Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Salam Britain. Today we are speaking with Fatiha, the founder of FW Beauty, a natural skincare brand based here in UK.
Now, Fatiha has built a successful business from the ground up and is passionate about empowering women in business. So, we are definitely excited to hear her story and get her thoughts on the current landscape for female entrepreneurs. Assalamu alaikum, Fatiha.
Welcome
Assalamu
to Salam
alaikum.
Britain, Fatiha.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having me.
Alaikum salam. So, first of all, let us recognize and give you your flowers so you can continue to wear your crown for winning the awards on the weekend. Congratulations. How was that? What was that? Tell us how that was feeling and your shock in winning that.
I was very, very shocked, alhamdulillah. Yes, it was very unexpected because in the category there was many other women entrepreneurs like myself. And I was just thinking, whoever wins, we're all winners in this category. But alhamdulillah, when my name was called out, or for FWBEAUTY was called out, I was just like shocked, very nervous and shocked. And yeah, alhamdulillah, it was a great feeling.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, that's amazing, Fatiha. But I would like to know more about FW Beauty. What is FW Beauty and what inspired you to start the natural skincare brand? Tell us more about this journey.
So back in the days, I used to be a YouTuber and I used to share a lot of DIY skincare using natural ingredients you could just find in your home, and that's accessible. And I think it started from there, just my love for natural skincare, because I'm a DIYer. I love using just natural products on my skin. My family has always used natural products, my mum, my grandmother, and it stemmed from there. My love for natural skincare stemmed from there. And then I went into a business. I used to make this oil, and a lot of my supporters at the time, they made this version of the oil, and they said their feedback was it was amazing. So that's when I released the oil. It was a black gold, which has got the black seed in it, and that's my first product, and that's what started FW Beauty. So that's where it started. My love and passion for natural skincare products.
MashaAllah, I that's what I love about businesses and going on an entrepreneurship journey. It always starts with that passion, isn't it? And that just you happen to stumble upon something, even though it wasn't your intention, but then it then became, part of your journey. So how was your journey transitioning from being a what did we used to call it back then, a blogger, a YouTube blogger, to taking it into entrepreneurship?
It was, I mean, it had its challenges. I didn't think it through at that point, to be honest with you. It just happened. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to make a handful of, oils and sell it to my supporters. And then when I got the response and the feedback, it grew from there. So what started off in my bedroom, literally was making it in my bedroom whilst my babies were asleep. There were babies back then. And then that grew slowly. I was like, oh, I need an office. And now, alhamdulillah, we've got a warehouse. So it grew unexpectedly, but alhamdulillah, it was really good. And that's when I realized, okay, no, I need to be doing this full time. So I think a year after or 2 years after, when I actually stopped my other jobs and I focused on my brand, is when it actually grew. And we're here today.
MashaAllah. I'm great that you are doing great. I'm sure, sorry, that you are doing great. But I would like to know also what makes FW Beauty different? What elements do you have that make your brand different from other brands that offer skincare products?
I think there is a few unique elements, and I think the most important is our knowledge. So I'm a qualified herbalist, and I'm also studying my master's in cosmetic chemistry as well. And what I try to do is utilize all my knowledge and put that into making my products. So in terms of formulation and the ingredients, it's not just bringing you ancient skincare rituals, but we're backing it up with science as well. So I think with any kind of business that you do, it's very important to have the knowledge behind it. And I think that's what we offer our customers and also our community. I think I'd like to believe that FW Beauty has a really good community, a very strong community of women. And because I used to be an influencer back in the days, I grew a very strong support system from my followers, and they trusted in me because I was very transparent with them. And that went into my business as well. So when I opened my business, they supported me because of the transparency and the trust that they had in me, sorry, as an influencer back then.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
wow.
And I guess, you know, transparency, trust, and all of that definitely plays a big part into, you know, owning a brand and, you know, and being able to sell it to a brand.
Mm.
But I think for me, what I'm really interested in is you. Like, how have you grown in the journey of your of building FW Beauty?
Um, I would say I am definitely I've come a long way personally myself. I would say when I started my brand, I didn't believe myself. I was very unsure about what I want to do in life. I think a lot of women were stuck in this kind of this way of life. I was very much like kids, home, what do I do? And then my FW Beauty was my escape. And I think when I concentrated and looked into my business more is when I found the love and passion for it. And that's when I grew as a person. Yeah, I feel as if I've evolved. I wanted to do more for myself. I wanted to go back to uni. I was a mature student. I did my BA in at the age of 32. I was 9 months pregnant when I collected my when I handed in my final dissertation. So it made me grow in that sense. I wanted to do more for myself because I started to believe in myself more.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess that will resonate with so many women. And I think the biggest barrier that we have as women when we go into business, you know, or any type of business is confidence, isn't it? And having that self-belief and that self-worth.
Yeah.
And mashallah, I love for you the fact that, you know, that you were able to find yourself in those instances, because
Yeah.
the bigger the confidence, the bigger the business, the more the self-worth, the more the sales, and it's all linked into each other. Alhamdulillah. So well done to you, sis.
Yeah. I'm sure if every one of us looks inside themselves, they will find what they are looking for.
Yeah.
And also we know all the famous or successful businesses, they go through some challenges. They go through some steps to be where they are. It's not what we see. There is so much
Yes, so
behind of
much.
this. And
Definitely.
also, Fatiha, I would like to know also what is FW, what stands for FW?
So back in the days, when I used to be a YouTuber, my username was Fatiha's World. And
Oh,
that's the FW in FW Beauty. Um, at the moment, it doesn't stand for anything. It's literally just FW Beauty, but it used to be called Fatih as well, and that's what the FW Beauty FW stands for. But no, now it's just I like to be known as FW Beauty,
oh,
because I believe that the brand has grown in itself,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
it doesn't need my name backed up to it. I think it speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So you, where you started to where you are now, mashallah, is an amazing journey. But there will be women or other sisters who are looking at you and they're like, I want to be in this world too. I want to start a skincare business. What would be your three top tips to give to them?
Alhamdulillah, I have to say on my personal Instagram page, I get DM from so many women who are inspired and do ask that question, how do I start, sister? And I always say, first of all, you do need to believe in yourself.
Mm.
Um, Believe in what you want to do, and every single day take just one step towards your goal. Even if that means just opening up an Instagram account or a TikTok account, every day you'll be one step closer to your goal than you were yesterday. And every day look into your business a bit more. Also, I would say is get a support system around you. It's very important for women to have support. Um, find people who are like-minded like you and believe in you, because that gives you motivation as well. So yeah, get a support system and just take minor steps, even if it means just opening up the website, and then the next day putting some products in there. Following day, just see how you can, like for example, on a skincare business, look at formulations, look into the rules and regulations of creating a product. Every single day, you'll be closer to your goal. But the first step, the most important step, is believe in yourself and believe that you can do it.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
amazing. Thank
Fatiha, you look very successful woman, and I'm sure that there is much more coming. I would like to know, how do you relate this with Islam? How do you relate the success that you have in your career and all in your journey with Islam and with religion?
Alhamdulillah, I have to say, my business has actually made me closer to Islam. I really believe in manifestation. I really believe in believing in yourself. And I think how that relates to Islam is trusting in Allah. Every night to this day, I go to sleep and I literally put all my trust in Allah. I thank Allah for everything and all the challenges that He's put through in that day for me. And then I wake up the next morning and I say, Allah, this is a new day for me. Help me through it. And I think it's definitely made all the successes that I've received in my journey. I do thank Allah for it, and it just made me closer to my religion, thinking, Allah does bless those who reach out to Him. It's just about having patience and continuing to seek that guidance from Allah.
Yeah,
mashallah.
Alhamdulillah. You're absolutely right, sis. So tell us about some new things you have in the line for FW Beauty. What's coming up in the future? What can we look forward to?
Well, I have been actually working on something for Ramadan. I feel as if during Ramadan we get a lot of dehydrated skin because we're performing ablution regularly, and we don't often do our skincare 5 times a day. So I am coming up with something just before Ramadan, inshallah, to help with that. And I'm also bringing back a very popular product that I bought out last year, the face ski. And I feel as if a lot of my customers would know what that is. And they've been asking for me to bring it back. And alhamdulillah, it's finalized now. And hopefully that will be just before Ramadan. So yeah, a couple of products, inshallah, for Ramadan.
Alhamdulillah.
Wow.
Look forward to it. There's one thing I wanted to ask you, because actually the one thing that I do appreciate that I think sets different skincare businesses apart is the backup of science, right? And that's exactly what your skincare is about. It's the foundation is the natural ingredients, but then the anchor is the science to it. When you then decided to marry the two different worlds together, so the natural world and the science world together, how did it elevate your products? Or did you notice an elevation in your products from what customers were saying?
Definitely. I believe that as if nowadays there's so many skincare products out in the market. Why does it set your natural skincare product aside? Why does it make it so special? And then that's when I thought, okay, hold on. Our skincare products have these ingredients that have actually studies on them to show that they're very beneficial and that they do show results. So why don't we declare that to the customers? It's all their studies are done. There is scientific proof that, for example, saffron, which is in most of my skincare products, does help with fading hyperpigmentation, just for example. Then that's when I actually brought that forward to my customers. That's when they believed in the product a bit more, because I think nowadays we're so fast evolving with everything. People do need that scientific backup to your products, just for assurance that, okay, there is some science behind this, it does work, and it's there. Natural skincare does have scientific backing that it does work.
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, such a beautiful journey and story that you shared with us, Fatiha, and we thank you so much for joining in our morning show, Salam Britain. And of course, me and Jennifer, we are looking forward to host you in our studio and to tell us more about your products and also what you are launching in Ramadan as well. Looking forward for that.
Yes, I need to get my hands on some of your products, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So Jazakallah khair for coming on, Sister Fatiha. Like Lulu said, I'm sure it's not going to be the last time that we do see you, and inshallah we'll definitely connect with you going forward, inshallah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.